A Philadelphia police officer accused of shooting his own son is now charged with attempted murder. Officer Dorian Young turned himself into police this morning. Police were called to Young's home on Taunton Street in the Northeast on Labor Day. Investigators say Young got into an argument with one of his sons. That argument escalated to a fight. Police say when his son walked away, Young fired 2 shots. One went through his son's shoe. The other hit his son in the back.
There was a suggestion that there was a tussle over the weapon and the weapon discharged. Based upon the scientific and the physical evidence, that was an impossibility. The son was shot in the back. At the time of being shot in the back, he lost his spleen as a result of that injury and part of his colon.
Young has been a Philadelphia police officer since 1991. The police department suspended him for 30 days and plans to fire him.
It is going to be a very
Philly cop charged for shooting his unarmed teen son in the back. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In the last 3 years, the city of Philadelphia has not charged a single cop in the 116 officer-involved shootings that have taken place. However, all that has now changed after Philadelphia police officer Dorian Young made the decision to shoot his own 19-year-old son in his back because the teen had disrespected him. The incident happened on Labor Day of this year as the 25-year veteran of the Philly Police Department started an argument with his oldest son, Gavin, over perceived disrespect he felt about the use of the family car, according to District Attorney Seth Williams. As the argument escalated, reports Philly.com, Young waved his personal .40 caliber pistol and shouted, "You my son, and you aren't going to keep disrespecting me," according to the district attorney's office. Young walked away from his son and called 911, but then went back and broke down his son's bedroom door and began fighting with him, Williams said. The fight moved from the bedroom into the hallway, where Young ended up on his back as his son stepped over him and tried to get away by walking down the stairs, said Tariq El-Shabazz, deputy of the district attorney's investigations division. As the teenager walked down the stairs, his father sat up and, with his legs extended in front of him, fired 2 shots, El-Shabazz said. According to investigators, 1 bullet went through the cop's own shoe, narrowly missing his foot, and the second one struck his son in the back. While this is a terrible tragedy, there is no excuse for what happened that day, and Dorian Young will be held responsible for having shot his son, Williams said. As his son still tries to recover from losing his spleen and part of his colon, Dorian Young is now facing charges of attempted murder, as well as charges of aggravated assault, simple assault, possessing instruments of a crime, and related offenses. The fact that Young is facing charges is definitely a win. However, as the Free Thought Project reported back in September, originally, the department attempted to whitewash the shooting, claiming it was an accidental discharge. Apparently, they got into some type of a scuffle, argument or something. The off-duty sick accidentally or inadvertently discharged his weapon, claimed Police Commissioner Richard Ross immediately after the shooting. This claim was made prior to any investigation and was a clear attempt by the department to cover it up. In spite of the gun discharging twice, the commissioner still pushed the narrative of an accidental discharge. When cops are shooting their own children in the back, we might have a problem. Shockingly enough, this is not an isolated incident. Last year Palm Beach police officer Shatara K. Shatara was afforded the same blue privilege after he too killed his own son. On Christmas Eve, Shatara killed his son Camus, 21, during a domestic dispute. Ironically, Camus was aspiring to be a cop. However, he was apparently mentally ill. For 9 months, and without ever facing a single charge, Shatara enjoyed a paid vacation, only to be quietly placed back on regular duty last September. Nothing exposes the tendency of police to quickly escalate to deadly violence quite like cops shooting their own children. Read more at http://thefreethought project.com/philly-cop-shoots-sun-back-disrespecting/#5T6LAF4SHWZTVFHM.99